So Patrick, I'm gonna hit this one. So what did you think when you first started working with us?
I thought you guys were morons. Listen, you guys already got me, what is it, $49,000? Consider that a little helping hand for you guys getting me 49 G's.
Hopefully a couple more of those that roll like that. That's what's awesome.
I mean, we initially went into this with, if we got one, we obviously it paid it off and then some. I think that here's my thought on this. I've always kind of been, I like working by myself for a lot of different reasons, but I think that it might be opportunity for us to hire somebody here and and I don't know, maybe I'll work with you guys on that and figuring out a way to get somebody on board and what would be the best course of action, because if they can get ones that, if they don't get to hire, it's not going to be a problem. But the one thing that I don't, and you guys know this, I don't have a lot of clients, but the clients that I do have are really good to pay a lot of money, and I don't have to compete with anybody. So like not making hires doesn't work for me. So I think that this is a great opportunity for us to maybe bring somebody on. And if they do $100,000 in the first year, I think that's probably feasible, right?
I think so too. I mean, when we talked a couple months ago, you had said that looking to draw money out of this, and saying more from the standpoint, when we talked a couple months ago, you said that you think there might even be 100,000 fees lined up just from the work that we did in the first 3 months.
I think that things that's a problem, and this guy gets back from vacation on Monday, so we need to have a come to Jesus meeting with him. So that one's kind of scaring me, but I think that we could easily do that.
Patrick, what did you think when you first started working with us?
Thought that it was not the right approach when it comes bringing in the right client. Thought that the timing was a little off, the messaging was a little off, and then we got to a point where we started getting past the initial reach out to when we actually started digging deep and talking to the clients, and we narrowed it down, which took a little bit of time, but we actually got a few good clients out of it.
So in 3 months, you actually got a few good clients out of working with us.
I have 3 clients that two that we already made hires on, one that we're in the process of, and another potential client that I'm meeting with next week. I think we're probably going to get the business from. So potentially 4, already 3.
And I remember at one point you said, look, you said you were a little bit skeptical, right? You said, hey, I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical this thing will work at all. If you can get one good client, I'd be happy. I think was what you said when I first talked to you. I think it was on, 4 or 5 months ago.
Absolutely. One hire would pay off the initial call immediately.
So, and then we end up getting 4, which is awesome. So what would you say to someone else that was skeptical? Maybe they've even been working this for us for 2 months. What would you, it took us about 3 months to really crank this out, right? After about 3 months, that's when things really started rolling in. There's 3, 4 clients started, or let's just call it 2 or 3 clients started rolling in right around month 3. Is that about right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, so I think I'm probably a good example of that, because patience is not one of my strongest suits, and I think that it probably took a good 3 months for everything to start happening. So I think that you kind of need to trust the process and just wait, and then also spend some time each day going through the people who are replying and figure out what actually works for your company, and follow up with the ones that work, and also follow up the ones that don't work, because I think that you can get a client. The one client that we were talking about previously that we don't have right now is actually, we didn't reach out to. It was the wife of somebody who I had a conversation with who it wasn't going to work, and he forwarded me over to his wife. So I think kind of spending, 30 minutes a day just kind of following up with these people is beneficial.
Cool. So some of the ones that didn't even look like they were going to be opportunities end up turning into opportunities just from the marketing. Yep. That's a big part of marketing, right? Yep. Not necessarily, we're not the ones doing the sale. You're still doing the sale, but we're just creating some opportunities for you to knock them down. I remember, I think that's what we said. You set them up, I'll knock them down.
100%.
All right, last question. What would you say to someone else that was kind of on the fence about whether or not to work with TashRizzo?
If I told you that I was going to give you, or you were going to give somebody $5,000 and they were going to give you $50,000 in return, it's a no-brainer.
Thanks, Patrick.